Hi everyone, I'm Kim.
I'm Terry.
And we are
Two Big Women on a Couch.
And we thank you for being here. Terry, what's been going on? No, first of all, let me say, look, okay.
You can already tell, can't you?
I can. You know, I'm like so excited, right? I have done 6 chemotherapies. My last chemotherapy.
Done.
Terry.
Done
with the chemotherapy. Okay?
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so glad it's over and
yes,
behind you.
Absolutely. You know, really, me too.
You know what? You came through it like a champion.
Thank you.
You really did. I really appreciate your courage, your strength, and I think you've done wonderful in supporting others that have gone through the same thing. So I'm glad it's done.
Yeah, me too. So that's my catch-up for this time. I'll talk more about that down the road. But
well,
yeah,
you know, my catch-up is that my honey's home from his trip home.
Awesome.
Boy, I sure missed him. I'm glad he got an opportunity to go. But when he's gone, it's hard for me to sleep. It's hard for me to be in that big old bed alone. I miss him so much. Well, you know how close we are.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's good to have him home. So we've really caught up and reconnected, and he had a great time, and I'm so happy he could go. So that's really what I've been doing.
All right. Well, Happy New Year to you and him.
And Happy New Year to you and yours as well.
Yeah. You know,
and Happy New Year to all of you as well.
Absolutely. We hope you had a wonderful holiday season and make 2011 all that it can be. In fact, you know, we want to talk about a new year, a new you.
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, we'll be running a contest, the New Year, New Year as well on the site. But, you know, our topic really is a new year, a new you.
And I think that the way to really kick this off and get it in gear is I think that with the new year, we really have to get back the hope.
Yes.
I think it is, as much as we've wanted to have hope this last year, still not better. The economy really still hasn't turned around. Many of our friends and family are still without work. Maybe you don't have that special someone in your life that you've been looking for. But I don't want anybody to give up on that hope. I think we should always think that around any corner, there's going to be something that will be joyous for us, something that could be grand. We don't know what this universe has for us, but we have to keep that hope in our heart.
Absolutely. You've got to keep that hope burning alive and just being there. And, you know, I always feel like you're right where you're supposed to be. You know, no matter what's going on, no matter how fun or how ugly or how just, you know, difficult it is or whatever it might be, you're right where you're supposed to be. And for me, that's why even when times got really tough in my life, and we've all gone through some challenges, I've never given up hope because I know I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Yeah.
And that any moment it could turn around.
It's going to turn around. It will turn around. And that, and for some reason I always feel like it got better. You know, like I said, okay, I went through that, but now I'm here, and I went through that for a reason. And if I'd given up hope, you know, who knows what I would have done. Who knows what could have happened. So
we'd really like to encourage everyone to really, if you don't have hope, find it. Put it back. Keep it at your forefront. Really believe in your heart that something wonderful can happen to you at any moment, because it truly can.
Yeah. Or even if you don't believe something wonderful will happen, because that can be a big stretch when you're feeling some despair, but believing that something at least a little bit better, at least a little bit better, and kind of go from there. So absolutely, yeah. So yeah.
It kind of reminds me of this, one of those emails that we got recently, and I don't remember. I think it was from a college student.
That kid down in
was it
UT? What is it?
Austin, Texas? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Do you remember what she was talking about or asking us about? Because it kind of related to that hope, I think.
Well, she just really had gone through this. She was working on her bachelor's degree, and is still, you know, finishing that up. I think she's going to finish this spring, and has done okay. Didn't really connect very well. Now I know that University of Texas is a place where folks are having a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
But she really didn't find a lot of connections there. She did okay. You know, had 1 or 2 friends or whatever. Made it through. Made the grade and everything. Is on her way out. And feeling hopeless.
Wow.
She's feeling pretty hopeless, she was saying. She's feeling like, this is why we brought this topic up, really.
Yeah.
But she's feeling like, wow, okay, so what am I going to do? You know, now I've spent this time, I've spent this money. I've done okay, but what's out there for me? What's really out there for me? And it's been a struggle for her to kind of get through, and a struggle for her to, again, not make that many acquaintances and so forth. And now she's looking at, you know, the economy and, you know, really trying to use her degree.
And being out on her own.
Absolutely. And not having, that, like you said, the shelter of the education and so forth. And she's actually had to do this on her own, too. You know, if you recall, she had to do this on her own. So, yeah, the whole idea of what is her future going to be.
Well, I can certainly, I know that you and I would both really recommend her looking at her skills and talents and using them in an entrepreneurial way, because
we definitely
that's certainly who we are.
We definitely
So,
recommend that.
we would definitely recommend thinking about that and looking at that as one of your options, and finding people to partner with her on that if you do have some creative ideas. So, yeah, I know that was one thing that we shot off to her right away.
We did.
I think if anybody else has ideas for it as well, that have maybe just gotten out of school, or they're doing some job searching and looking at some places maybe to even live that might have opportunities, put it out there for us. We'll pass it along to her.
Absolutely, yeah. We're really looking to have people share resources to anyone who is in particular our community that we know about or that we learn about, so that we can pass those resources on and so forth. And so any tips or tools or ideas or resources that you have, we certainly want to share those. So again, here's this young woman actually, about to embark on life for real now.
Yeah.
For real. And we want to make sure that she can get some support in that
Right.
regard.
Yeah. Please pass along ideas.
Yeah. You know, we started doing this thing on rants and raves and all, so I think we should really, rave about giving hope.
Oh, I agree. I
Giving
agree.
hope.
And really giving hope to our friends and our family members that need it. And the way to do that is to always support them. Always be there for their ideas, for their dreams. No dream is too big. And if we can really support our friends and family and their dreams and really believe in whatever their hopes and dreams are, I think that really helps.
Let me ask you this: how do you? That's great, because our friends and family, they're always there. We're always going to be supportive of them. But how do we do that? How do we give hope to a stranger? How do we give hope to someone that we learn about, or that we see, or that we pass by, or that we hear about, or whatever, who feels that kind of lack of hope?
I think that's really challenging for all of us, and I think we do that in our own unique way. I think people sometimes may give to organizations that provide hope for other people.
So they give their time, their talent, their treasures.
time, their resources,
Time, talent,
sure.
treasures,
And I think on an individual basis, what we have to do is something that I think you do very well, Kim, and that I've never gone anywhere with you where you don't walk into a room and if somebody's sitting down next to you, you haven't acknowledged them.
Always will.
And I
acknowledge,
think by doing that alone, by looking at someone and acknowledging them
Absolutely.
as another human being sitting next to you, sharing this earth with you, right there, that's a big way to give hope.
What a difference that can make.
And you are absolutely a very good example of that.
Well, thank you.
I've really learned from that, and really learned to try to really do that myself.
Thank you.
And I think that's a good way to give people hope, because sometimes people just need to be acknowledged.
That's it. Just an acknowledgement that they're human, or that they're there, or that you see them, or that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So I think we should really talk about a rant, and I would say my biggest rant is around people that take other people's hope away.
Well, those what they call them, dream stealers.
Dream stealers. And maybe they don't do that overtly, but by undermining their ideas, or by saying that will never work.
It'll never
work.
Right,
You'll never lose the weight. You'll never find a man. You'll never get the job you want.
Exactly.
What do you mean you're going to take this business and do something with it? Why don't you just go get a job? Or a friend saying, "Oh yeah, that'll work," and all the time smiling in your face and thinking that person will never do.
Right.
There's nothing that disgusts me more.
Yeah, no, that's a great rant.
So that is my biggest rant.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, listen, we want you to have hope and give hope. All right.
It's a new year. It's a new you.
Absolutely. And thank you very much for just sort of being here. So I'm Kim.
I'm Terry.
And we are
Two big women on a couch.